everybody. My name is Hunter, and I'm going to be showing you what I like to do in my free time. So recently I purchased this racing rig. I've always been a fan of racing games, and I've always played on just a regular controller, but I recently purchased this, and it's been a lot of fun. I haven't gotten to use it a whole lot, just due to being really busy with school and stuff, but I'm going to show you what I like to do. So this is a game called Dirt Rally, and this is the first game I've played on the wheel, and it's probably the most enjoyable for me. I've always liked rally racing. So despite it being called Dirt Rally, we can do rally, but I'm going to do a hill climb. And the course I'm going to choose is Pikes Peak, which is one of the most famous hill climbs in the world. Alright, so all this looks good. I'm gonna bump this down from master to professional. And we're just gonna do one stage because it's a long track. A good time would be around 9 minutes 30 seconds. That won't be happening because I'm not very good. And we're gonna do full course. And for our car, so we have a Peugeot 205, an Audi Quattro, and a 405. Now I'm most familiar with the Audi, so I'm gonna go for that. And you'll notice that these cars look pretty crazy. That's just for downforce and aero purposes. These cars need a lot of downforce to go around the corners that they do at the speeds that they do. Alright, so here we are at the start. Take a drink real quick. Alright, so in hill climbs, usually do a running start, which we're gonna do here. So the start line's right there. And you do that pretty much to cut down on times, since it usually is a competitive thing. You'll notice a lot of people off to the sides here, especially at the start. As we get further up the mountain, if we get up the mountain, as I was saying, as we get further up the mountain, we'll see a lot less people. And those people in real life would be spectators, photographers, or like race officials who would report incidents and lap times and stuff. Or not lap times, I guess, sector times. Speaking of sectors, that red thing that just popped up, that was our time on the first sector. And sectors are distances on the track. So the track's split up into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 sectors in this case. You can see that over on the left hand of our screen. A little too hot into that corner. So we're about to complete our second sector. And we're already 36 seconds behind the leader's pace. Which, I mean, makes sense. We got into a pretty nasty crash right at the start. Just a tap. So as I mentioned, I grew up playing a lot of racing games and watching people play racing games and watching racing. Mainly NASCAR. Nowadays I watch F1. That's about it. And I would watch people play these sorts of games on wheels, and I always wanted one, so one year for Christmas I got a cheap little Ferrari Mimic one, and it was cool. However, the way that it exerted force on your hands to simulate driving was done with a spring. And the wheel that I have now has a motor in it, which creates force feedback, which is an effect that simulates what your car in the video game would be doing in real life, if that makes any sense. So it simulates what the steering wheel would actually feel like in this situation. This corner is tricky. I never carry enough speed. You can notice that what is that? Our radiator light came on. And that's probably a combination of the crash from right when we started and redlining it a little bit too hard, overheated. On the straightaway, scratched my head. Probably wouldn't be doing that in real life. You know, it is a very confidence-inspiring game, and the rig itself is as well. At the end of the day, it is just a game, as real as it might feel. And I would say it feels, all in all, maybe like 90%, 80 or 90% the real thing. Depends on what game you're playing and what you're doing, and how your assists are set up. So I could probably make this game in particular feel a little bit more real, just with different settings I could change. And believe me, there are a ridiculous amount of things you can tweak to make this feel exactly how you want. There's our little photographer, and you'll notice the amount of people has gone down drastically now that we're up past the trees. So we're about 2/3 of the way done. And it is just absolutely beautiful up here. You can see the helicopter. That's something that there would be in a rally, you know, tracking the driver's progress. Especially it was a big competitive event like Pikes Peak is. Trying not to fall off the edge. Dip just the wheel. Yeah, absolutely beautiful up here. Especially for a game that's going on 6 years. So Pikes Peak, again, it's a real location, and when it's not being used as a hill climb, you can go there. Any normal car, as long as it can make it all the way to the top and down, you can go all the way up to the top. It's pretty cool, I think. Definitely something I'd like to do in my lifetime. Might be just a little bit scarier. Of course, you wouldn't be going nearly as fast. There it is. We're in pieces, but we're here. Oh man. So we got 7th out of 10th. Not the best, not the worst. But yeah, a lot of fun. So I think that's it from me. Might do some more afterwards. after I edit this up and turn my English homework in. So, thank you for watching, and